The copium on these clips is freaking insane, dude. Luis J. Gomez got the call, man. He got the call.
Of course.
Which I'm going, Maron doesn't need to do that, though. Maron's already really respected and huge. It just seems weird.
I was in Boston doing shows when Rogan started, so I've known that guy. And I never liked him, really.
Yeah.
And what really just started to happen was that this sort of idea that these guys were free thinkers or on the really pushing the edge of comedy just because of their need to, use certain words and marginalize people.
I'm a fan of Maron. Right. I've hung out with Maron before, a handful of times, not many times.
I feel like
but I really liked him. I really liked Maron. Yeah. We did Goddamn Comedy Jam together.
Yeah.
He was so good. He fucking played guitar and sang. I was excited.
Listen, we're not, what they call in the rap game is glazing. We're not glazing Joe Rogan.
No,
I
get it.
Look, we're saying he's good at what he does, right?
He's created an ecosystem for
clickbait is clickbait.
It's so cringe to see, not even defend Joe Rogan like that. It's cringe to see somebody defend somebody to no end. Like, to look past their inexcusable behavior. You just look totally compromised. Just like, it's just, And also, like, since when is freaking Tony Yayo in the Rogansphere? I thought this man was in G-Unit. In these clips, I feel like it's going to show, okay, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but it's going to show the dynamics of the Rogansphere. You know what I mean? If you want to be in a club, you've got to kiss the feet of Joe Rogan. You got to kiss it. You got to kiss it. And God forbid you stop kissing it, because you'll be expelled.
I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt is that they love comedy. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think Rogan is great at comedy, like stand-up comedy. And let's be honest.
We not, okay. look, we not.
Let me finish.
He actually went at Rogan. When have we seen this like that? What the fuck? Like, shout out to this dude right here. He actually had the balls to say what we're all thinking, what we've all been thinking for a while. Anyways, in this video, I'm going to talk about the whole Rogan versus Maron, I don't know what to call it, battle.
I said what I said about the comics in terms of what was happening in Austin and around that sphere of comics and that audience was just to really make a point because of their cultural momentum and their presence that they don't get to dictate, what comedy is, because they've created this audience of what was primarily not comedy fans.
I don't know, but if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. I do want to state this first before I show you the rest of the clips. I do believe that Maron, primarily it's attacking the Rogansphere comics and Joe Rogan himself because there is jealousy involved. There's been many stories out there circulating regarding how, Louis C.K. said that Maron's always been a spiteful comic, and amongst other stories as well. So I do believe that. And also at the same time, while attacking these comics, Maron's getting a lot of clout for his special. So, if you attack the Rogansphere comics, you're going to get a lot of clout. So I believe that. But at the same time, it's kind of hard to take away anything that Maron is saying, though. Like, he is bringing good points, good constructive criticism regarding Rogan and the Rogansphere comics. Like, it's kind of hard to strip away any validity from what he's saying. He's coming out with factual evidence, and, he is decimating them to a T that a lot of people right now agree with. So you can't take that away from him.
You just say one thing, not to cut
Rogan's
you off.
a genius. And,
Look,
I think the mothership is incredible.
That's what I'm saying.
It's so cringed, man. It's like, and he knows he's compromised. He knows it. He knows it. These comics are gonna have to make up their mind. With Rogan right now being under fire pretty much constantly, he's going to lose his flame. Like, he's going to lose his power. His views been down pretty much since last year. It's going down, but, he's still a big podcaster. But, you're going to have to choose a side. You're going to stick with this guy who might be a guy who's just losing, power and control and, or are you going to jump ship and find the next hot thing? And the thing that gets me is just like, we all know that these comics are grifters. All of them. All of them. Rogan himself, they're all grifters. So we already know that once the ship is sinking, they're going to hop off board. They're going to go to the next nearest ship. They're going to go to the nearest yacht, actually. Fuck a ship. They're going to go to a yacht. They're going to be like, oh, these dudes are thriving. Let's go there. You know what I mean? That's just the name of the game. And the funny thing to me is just like, Gomez will do the exact same thing that Maron is doing. If Gomez was in Maron's shoes, he would do the exact same thing to get clout. You know what I mean? It's just like this so.
The point about Rogan, here's the thing, ready? So comedy is extremely subjective. I've watched Rogan level of fucking right? That's hard to do, period. So to say, it's not like Rogan stinks in comedy. Rogan,
I'd say he stinks.
Flying Monkeys in Space was one of my favorite specials coming up. That was a fucking incredible special. He was really, really smart. He was also doing very heady, well thought out comedy when people weren't really doing that. When Dane Cook was on top, Rogan was talking about crazy shit, right? So to each his own.
The copium is freaking insane, dude. It's just insane there. But at the same time, it kind of makes sense. If he's saying that Rogan was a big inspiration for him, it makes sense if you think about it. I'm not going to say anything more. It just makes sense, dude. Luis is right. In my opinion, comedy is subjective. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion / flavor. You know what I mean? Not everybody's going to like you. That's all correct. We know this. But what isn't subjective is just factual evidence. And the main thing that Rogan gets slammed for is just a lot of misinformation that gets spread out in his podcast. You know what I mean? That's my biggest thing with Rogan. You know, misinformation is not subjective. There's either a truth or a lie.
Pointless. It's wasted energy.
Yeah, but it's fun to talk some shit.
Well, you know, when I decided to talk shit about Maron was after the Theo thing. After Theo kind of went off the rails.
Yeah.
And Theo went off the rails right after Maron put him in his special.
Yeah.
I think that what you see with both that Riyadh joke and with the Theo joke is that, you know, structurally and in terms of comedy, they're solid jokes that became bigger because of what they implied and what they said and what they were satirizing or criticizing culturally.
I mean, I understand the idea of platforming people that have different opinions, but it's like, I don't know, you're listening to a comic talk shit with another person. If you're taking that as absolute truth, that's kind of on you. The reality is Maron had Obama on, who was an actual fucking war criminal, who did fucking bomb Syria and murder children all over the world. They're all criminals, every fucking president. So what are we pretending that one is better than the other?
Also, you're going to bring up the Obama versus Trump thing. Like, you're going to stoop that low. Like, you're going to use that as an argument. Like, it's just like, so... The fuck, I'm not even the biggest Obama fan. I'm not. But like, how can you say that with what's going on in the country right now? And does he not realize that he's brown himself? This man can step outside. He can be arrested by ICE like this. The fuck is he talking about? It affects him directly.
Who, like, before I had anything going on, he was like, yeah, dude, come on the show. I'm going to promote your special. Because you do it. You do it just like I did it, right? And he didn't know my politics. He didn't know anything that I had to say about the world. He just said, yeah, dude, come on and promote your special because you're friends with some of my friends and apparently you're a funny guy and I want to push funny people out there. And he's had plenty of people that are on the left, plenty of people on the right, scientists, politicians. He's
super diverse. Yeah.
Super, super diverse.
I mean, he said it. Friendship. I do agree, you know. On one hand, I'm thinking to myself, okay, yeah, that's your friend. Obviously, you want to go to bat for him. You want to defend your boy and all this stuff. But at what limit? You know what I mean? Are you going to defend to no ends? You're only going to defend when it, you know, suits you best? Or are you going to defend, you know, only when, you know, like, what's the limit? It seems like right now, not just him, but everybody else in the Rogansphere comics, they defend him to no end. They look past inexcusable behavior. And again, it's not about Rogan himself. Like, obviously it could be, you know, for those out there to each their own if you like him or not. But defending any person to no end, it clearly shows a lack of judgment on your end. You have no spine. It doesn't matter if this man got you a freaking job or anything like that. Like, at one point you have to be like, hey man, I don't agree with your actions. I'm sorry, but I just can't follow through with this anymore. In a friendship, if you're actually friends, you're going to hold your friend accountable. You know, if your friend is chirping up, you're going to be like, hey, man, what are you doing? You know what I mean? If you care about your friend, I mean, like, I expect my friends to do that to me. They do that a lot to me because I'm a buffoon. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm very grateful for it. But, like, I don't understand this whole narrative of just like, that's my boy. I got to come. No, if you're boys, you know, honesty has to be at the forefront. You have to, you know, ensure that, you know, you're taking care of him. And also this whole right versus left thing. I mean, yeah, it's true. Rogan in the past has a lot of left-wing commentators. Kyle Kalinski's been on it a lot. But as of late, not even as of late, past year or so, maybe even more than that, it's been predominantly right. And again, to each their own. I'm not going to sit here and try to divide or anything like that. But at the same time, like, okay, the thing that gets me with Rogan is that whichever side you have, don't spread misinformation, which is what Rogan gets freaking accused of, or not even accused, blamed for, or dogged on the most. Misinformation. Because at that point, you're just outright lying to the public. And, nobody likes a liar. And not even that, you have a responsibility. If you have one of the biggest platforms out there, at least tell the truth. Or at least have somebody out there, an expert or a witness or whatever the hell, who has, accountability and some sort of, I just don't like that. I don't accept the narrative of it's just right versus left. That's why people don't like him. A lot of people don't like him predominantly because this man is just a misinformation juggernaut machine. And also at the same time, this man has freaking tech oligarchs all the freaking time, which also classifies as misinformation. You know what I mean? They have their own propagandists, so I can go on and on. Obviously, yeah, a good chunk of it is right versus left, but at the same time, that right there is why I don't fuck with Rogan. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Of course, if you disagree with anything that I said, please let me know in the comment section. Figure I should do a quick video about this because just this cucky behavior. I don't know. Anyways, peace, y'all.
Rogan, when he tried to, character assassinate me for an hour a few weeks ago.
I saw that.
Did you love that or what?
I didn't watch it the whole thing. I just saw bits and pieces.
You must like that you're living in his head a lot, though. Because
Took a while.
He went months and months, maybe years without talking about you, and one day he's like, you know what? Fuck it. And he just got in on it.
They all did. And it was the day after I ended my podcast, which was kind of
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't have a fucking mic right now.
And also Schultz took a shot at me. DeStefano took a shot at me.
Mm-hmm.
But Schultz was trying to bait me. But it all happened within days of each other. So I don't know if there was a group text or
I think it is.
WhatsApp message.
Today's the day.